Hi, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Mama Files podcast. Today I'm going to kind of talk about how I've been feeling about the Dougherty Dozen and why I think it bothers me so much that she exploits her children online for views and for money and for fame. There was a video circling around that Alicia Dougherty said she was online basically for like 70 something hours a week, and what blows my mind is Alicia is a stay-at-home mom. And I am a stay-at-home mom, so I know how much hard work it takes. I know how time-consuming it is to wake up and deal with your kids on a daily, 24/7, and you don't get a break. Because I'm kind of in the same situation, so I can fully talk about this because I know how it is, right? And so when you're in the thick of it and you're parenting and you're on top of things, like my kids are 2 and 4, so they're kind of their ages are a little different, but I'm always on top of them. Like, if you step away for 2 seconds, these kids are doing something they're not supposed to, right? And my kids are pretty good kids. Like, I discipline, I'm on their tails every day on what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, and why this, right? And we're constantly outside swimming, or we're at the splash pad, so like, they're having so much fun, it's hard to even take the time out to get on social media sometimes. Right now, it's like, I think it's 11:30 at night, and I'm just now recording this video because this is the only time I have. So I sit here and do this at night because it doesn't take away from my children during the day. Also, I have to do this at night because I don't want my children in the videos at all. Unlike Alicia, I'm not exploiting my children. I used to exploit my children. I used to put them online all the time. Facebook galore, Instagram galore, like just posting whatever I want whenever I felt like. But then when I started digging into why you shouldn't post your children online, the stuff just gets nastier and nastier. The stuff that I dug into at the end of the day just wasn't worth putting my children on the internet anymore. So everything got taken down. Everything was made private. I still have all the videos, and that's for me and my children later on, but everything is private, which Alicia would never do because she has to make money. That's how she started her channel, exploiting her kids, and it would be hard to gear towards something else unless she just stopped doing it completely, wiped her channel out and restarted, right? So, which she could, but she probably wouldn't. We know her. I think what bothers me so much is feeling how the children would feel on a daily. Imagine waking up and your mom is so focused on the camera, she doesn't have time for you. Like, when my kids wake up, guys, it's hit the ground running. I have toddlers, a little different, but it's hit the ground running. Changing diapers, brushing our teeth, getting a shower, getting ready for the day. If we have appointments, loading them up, like cooking breakfast, lunch, nap time, bedtime, the teeth, all the works, making sure we have playtime, making sure homeschooling gets done. So I don't know if her schedule's like exactly like that, but I do know if she's a stay-at-home mom, like, I feel like so much could be done. She could be doing so much more. She makes so much money. Her kids could be homeschooled and have their own tutors. Like, they could be sailing through the roof on education, but she would never do that because it takes away her internet time, right? Imagine the mental health crisis that she goes through on a daily. Having to check. Guys, half the time I don't even know where my phone's at. I will get missed calls from my, from friends and sister-in-laws and stuff. I don't even know what's going off half the time. Like, I don't get on it anymore. Like, once you put the phone down and start to live life, it really shows you, like, how much time you actually wasted on the internet. This shit is stupid. Posting on Facebook now, I just think it's stupid. Like, why do I need to post this picture in the thin air? Like, what's the point of it, right? But I wanted to make YouTube. So I took my kids off of YouTube and I make my own content that I want to make with my own self in it. Alicia would never do that. She wants the money from the kids, and it's the kids who are working all the time. If she's working 70 hours a week on the internet, they're working probably double, right? Going to school, having to come back, be on camera, do this, do that, redo it. Like, that's what bothers me, is how do her kids feel at the end of the day? They don't get their mom time. The only time they get is when it's spend the day with Bree. Bree goes shopping, or spend the day with Alex. And it's ridiculous. That is not a mom. That is not someone who you wake up to every morning. Hi, how are you? Did you sleep good? No, it's banging pots at 4 fucking a.m. because you have to record. Also, what breaks my heart, imagine you getting a sister like Nevaeh. She had Nevaeh in her care, and you finally got the sister you wanted. You know, you're making a bond with this other child in your home. She's actually your sister now, right? And you get to go do things with her, and you have this like friendship that's growing, and then all of a sudden shit hits the fan and she's no longer there. And on every picture of the wall, she's taken out of, and now she's treated like crap. Imagine being that child that formed those bonds with their sister, and then all of it was just taken away. That is Alicia in a nutshell for you. If it doesn't have money involved, it's not happening. At this point, I don't know if she can be redeemed, actually, because these children have gone through so much. It would take a lot to reverse everything. You couldn't even reverse it, to fix everything that she has done. It would take a lot on her end, and I don't see her doing it. I don't see her putting the phone down and being like, okay, today is the day I'm just not going to be on the internet anymore and focus on my family. But I don't see her doing that. She's so stuck up the internet's ass that it would be hard for her to break up with it. Also, you agreed to adopt some of these children from trauma, and yet you caused more trauma than they probably actually went through. Because some of these were babies that you got in your house when they were little. The twins were babies. I'm pretty sure they were babies. And you have caused more trauma than what they actually came from. And that speaks volumes on your end, Alicia. All the therapy that you choose to neglect will come back later and bite you in the ass. All the times that you choose to feed your kids shitty food will come back later and bite you in the ass. You're not a good parent if you're on the internet 24/7. Everything, it has to be revolving around the internet. Oh, my kids are going to go to Walmart. Let's record. Oh, we're going to go on vacation finally. Let's record. Oh, Bree's going to camp. Let's record. Like, nothing can be private. We know everything. And that's shitty. That's such a shitty life for these kids to live through. I also think, like, imagine coming into this home and her saying one thing. You know, like, Nevaeh and Deshawn were old enough to understand, right, that they were in placement. So I think, like, imagine coming into this home and her saying one thing, and then over time, her showing another. Buying things for your children is not love. Okay, I can buy my kids Hot Wheels all day, monster trucks all day, right? And at the end of the day, they don't care less. They want my time. Time is more valuable than buying anything for your children. Like, food, clothes are the necessities. A roof over their head, you're golden, right? That's the rule here, like for DHS. But if you spend all your time online, you're taking away your children's time. Alicia, you don't get those days back. They are gone before you know it. I will have a 5-year-old this year. A 5-year-old. That is bonkers. I remember having my baby, and the joy of it was like, oh, please don't ever grow up. Like, don't ever grow up. And then now he's almost 5. And the time goes by faster than you know. And Alicia is going to sit there and record. And instead of being a parent, she's going to be so focused on the internet and YouTube that she's going to forget how to parent, for one. And then for two, when she goes to actually be like, I don't want to do this anymore, her kids are going to be grown up. They're going to be gone. They're going to be out of her house. Nothing to do with her. Leave me alone. Like, that's how they're going to be. They're not going to be like, hey, Mom, how's you doing? Unless they're wanting the money, basically. Unless they're only over there because now they don't have a life like Alex. Like, he doesn't do anything. There's nothing to show for it. Alex could be in college right now, grinding, and he's not. Like, there's so much she has failed for these children. She could do so much better. Even now, she could do so much better. A lot of it would be if she just took herself off the internet and actually parented. If she spent time with her children instead of on the internet. And technically, she doesn't have to be off the internet at all. She could still vlog while her kids are in school, do what she needs to do to get done, right? Because she's a stay-at-home mom, so like she can meal prep and stuff. But she can also vlog her meal prepping. Her kids don't have to be in it. And then when her kids go to bed, like I do, I edit my videos. I am sometimes up until 2:30 in the morning. I have multiple channels. So like this doesn't have to be child exploitation at all. She could still do what she wants to do. Just leave your kids out of it. Your kids don't have to be the focus of all your videos. You could literally make your own content and edit it when they're asleep, Alicia. Like, it's that easy. Little girls and thumbnails will skyrocket your views. We all know that. Showing your teeth and being like perverted in a thumbnail will skyrocket your views as well with children, especially children. We all know there's pedos. Like, we're not stupid. But the thing is, Alicia is not stupid either. This is why she also makes her 7-year-old an account. Her 7-year-old Harley has an account on YouTube. And also, if Alicia ever comes out and says, my daughter wanted an account, so I made her one, and it's parent run, you could have had it on private. There's no need to try to get money off of her Harley. There's no need to be monetized. She doesn't need to be monetized. She's 7 years old. I believe she's 7. I don't even know. See, a lot of us can see the writing on the walls of Alicia trying to get paid off of her other kids' accounts and saying they're parent run. It shouldn't happen. We should all red flag this account. We know it's not Harley saying I want a YouTube account and I want to do a get ready with me. Because some of the stuff she says is almost like she's on YouTube whenever she wants and she's watching all these videos of people doing their makeup, or it's Alicia telling her and speaking in her ear of what she needs to say. There's a lot of cuts in Harley's videos and it's almost like it's Alicia telling her what she needs to say. And showing up and going like this to make sure it's like parent run, or like trying to put your face in her video so it gets more views because you're in it, is ridiculous. You should have stepped up as a parent and said, no, Harley, you're too young. It's not for you. You shouldn't be online where a bunch of pedos are. I say pedos because I don't know. It's a better word sounding to me. And you're not grown enough. That's where, Alicia, you kind of sucked at being a parent. You failed at that one. You put your daughter, and still have your daughter, up as a platform and doing her makeup. She's little. Like, why are you letting her do that? Make her go outside, make her play, use her imagination, let her build Legos, let her draw, write books, let her journal. Like, all the little girl things. You don't have to make her do adult things for a YouTube channel. You're trying to make her account big because she's a little girl, and that's disgusting. And I also see a lot in other people's videos too, like what happened to us as a society of not letting children be children. Why are we so focused on letting them grow up so soon or quicker than they should? Why are we letting them do their makeup? Why are we letting children be on the internet so young? What is the point of it? Do you not want your children to have a childhood? Like, I remember my childhood, and I was always outside. I was playing, building stuff. I had a hammer and nails building stuff. Like, I thought my clubhouses and forts were amazing, the best. What happened to kids doing any of that? Why are they all inside on their tablets and stuff? And and I could see Harley being like, oh yeah, I want to do this. Because maybe she is online all the time if Alicia's not parenting her. Maybe she does have access to the internet and can watch whatever she wants when she pleases. And that is also a scary thing. Like, Alicia needs to learn how to parent. She needs to get offline and focus on her children. They need her. She is their mom. At the end of the day, Alicia is their mom. They need their mom. Okay? You took them and adopted them, and you are their mom, and you're not acting like one. I just think we don't need to be pushing children into doing adult things. Like, it's so easy to be like, yeah, let's do that because you don't want to hear backlash from your child. But sometimes you have to be the parent and being like, that's unsafe. You know, being on the internet is unsafe. Why? Because there's a lot of pedos out there. Why? Because it's just not safe for you. Why? Because what you're doing now on the internet, doing your makeup, Harley, probably wouldn't be the best thing for you when you're 18. You know what I mean? Like, some of the choices you're going to make now on the internet could be long term, could end your career later on. And I feel like Alicia should take a stance and be like, We're going to delete that channel. We need to. It shouldn't be online for thousands of people to see. Why does she even have subscribers for one? Like, that's ridiculous. You're little. Like, who is watching you? Like, that's something we shouldn't even be seeing. And if she wants a channel that bad, Alicia, private this shit. We don't need to see it. At that point, it just shows us that you want the money. And that also pisses me off. Maybe you aren't redeemable. Maybe these kids weren't better off with you at the end of the day. If you're just going to exploit them for money and use them as cash cows. What also makes me really sad is thinking about how Nevaeh would feel if she saw the comments and stuff about the pictures being taken off the wall. Like, imagine you going into a home and she's like, you are loved, you are cared for, and then seeing her exploit you on a daily and all she cares about is recording, and then you leave because that's the right choice for you, and you see what she did afterwards and the stuff that she said afterwards. That right there, that just breaks me. A child shouldn't be involved in that. If Alicia took her in, Alicia should have cared for her and gave her the therapy that she needed. Yet she got everything she didn't really need. Like, the thing that makes me mad is you can buy so many TVs, but you can't pay for a therapy session. She doesn't need a TV. She didn't need a TV. She needed therapy. She needed a mom. And you weren't one. And when she left, why would you talk shit about her? Like, that makes me so sad. Thinking about how she felt in those times and during the transitions of having to leave home, her home that she lived in. And then seeing the stuff that she's seen online and probably still does. That breaks me. I don't see how Alicia could even pick up a camera and be like, hi, but first coffee. And then realize in the back end of what you're actually doing to these children. At the end of the day, these children just want love and attention, and they aren't getting it. You can see it in every video, every Dougherty lineup. Their faces say it all. It tells a story that they don't get to verbally speak up about. Children should be loved and not exploited. These children are exploited on a daily. They work full time, and I'm tired of seeing it. Thank you for watching my video. Please go dislike every video she has. Report Harley's channel for being a minor. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next podcast.